I'm a little bit excited because I'm going to be trying out the Tower 28 SunnyDays SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen. I had a $50 birthday voucher to use at Mecca. This was $53, so I ended up just spending $3 for this bad boy. Now, I have been using it and I have been loving it. I do want to give you the pros and cons of what I think about it, but let's just get into applying this. So before I do though, I would like to say that this is a 30ml product, 1 fluid ounce. This is the shade number 20 Mulholland. Mulholland? I actually got shade matched at the store. There were 3 shades that were very, very close to my color. Now, I wanted to have the closest to my olive skin tone, and this was the one that sort of blended in invisibly. The other 2, one was just slightly tanner, and I suppose that would be really, really good for people in summer if you really wanted to get like a nice glowing tan, just a slight tad bit darker. There was one that was quite close to my skin, but it was oxidizing. But what I mean by oxidizing is when you put it on your face, the shade blends in like almost invisibly, but then it turns like a different shade after about 10 minutes. And that was like an orangey kind of shade. So I do highly recommend going into store, or maybe if you can get into a store, doing a shade test before you try this. But let me know your thoughts. Have you tried this already? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I'd love to know. I'm going to go ahead and take this out of the box, and this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful little tube, and it has like a applicator that's sort of like a, well, I don't know, like a syringe sort of type applicator. What I will do is I'll just put a shade, I will just squirt a little bit of that on the back of my hand so you can see the shade. So it comes out like this. That's the shade there. It's a very creamy formula, and very, very moisturizing. Off the ball, I would say if you're going to be using this product and you have very, very oily combination skin, I would definitely highly recommend powdering on top. Maybe the Kosas Cloud Set, maybe the Hourglass Setting Powder, any powder of your choice really that you find is good for just minimizing the feeling of tackiness. Now, for those people that are actually much more drier, I think you guys are going to absolutely love this product because it is very, very, very hydrating. I actually wore this product out to my birthday lunch last week. I turned 50, by the way, so on the 10th of December, and yeah, so I'm a 50-year-old girl. I had a lovely comment by my brother who actually said, your face is actually glowing, and I was like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, at first he said it looked like that I had sort of a white kind of cast on the edges of my eyes there, but what I actually saw when I went in to review it into the bathroom was this is actually a very, very glowy product. Now, obviously, it is an SPF product. I reckon that if you were to take photos with this, your face is definitely going to highlight. So we'll see how it looks on camera as well, because, you know, I've never tried it on camera. So I've got my mirror down here in front of me. I do apologize for the lighting. I was sitting in front of the door where the sun was beaming right in, and now it's sort of dipping in and out. It is an overcast day in Sydney today. The hair back. And this is best applied with fingers. And the rule of thumb is when you're applying an SPF product is to be, I think it's like half a teaspoon for the face. I have tried this product with my fingers. I've also done it with a brush. Either way works really, really well in terms of blending. Make sure to take it down the neck. I'm actually filming this video before I go out to get a few things from the shop. It's a very glowy product. What I can tell you is if you have the drier skin type, you're really going to appreciate this. You probably won't even need to powder, but me being combination oily skin, I do need to powder, and if you don't, you will feel that it is kind of it has a bit of slip. There is a lot of slip to the product, and if you like that, that's fine, you can leave it like that. Otherwise, if you don't, you can minimize it with a little bit of setting powder. If you do powder, you'll find that you'll only need to do it probably once or twice a day, but again, I think this product is very, very much suited for the people who have the very, very dry skin, and I think you can't go wrong with it. So now I'm just going to put on a little bit of makeup before I head out. Just a bit of brows, a little bit of something now that I'm here. For eyebrows, I'm just going to put a little bit of the Make Me Brow by e.l.f. through my eyebrows. Essence, my apologies, not e.l.f., Essence. Actually came across a little stash of Essence eyebrow products in my drawer the other day. I have one unopened bottle of this one here, which is the shade Brownie Brows. I actually have the blonde shade as well, and I also have another shade. I must have picked them up when there was a bit of a sale happening. Although, come to think of it, Essence doesn't really do sales in Australia. Every time there's like a massive sale in Priceline, Essence never goes on sale, probably because it's already so dirt cheap. Okay, so that's it for the eyebrows. And I think I'm going to put on some blush. Now, I'm going to put on a powder blush. I thought I'd pull this one out. An oldie but a goodie, the Milani Luminoso number 5. Beautiful, gorgeous, corally shade. Using a big fluffy brush. So, as you can see, if you don't powder the face, your hair will actually stick to the product. That's what I mean when I say tacky. It's tacky. So if you were to powder, you'd be fine. That's why I think I'm using a powder blush, because I want to minimize the sticking of the hair to the face. A bit on the nose. Do I want to put some bronzer on? You know what? I'm going to dab a little bit of liquid bronzer on my face. I'm going to use the Chantecaille. Now, just letting you know, I have a little stash of makeup here. I recently did a video on my daily makeup stash, and this is what I have at the moment. Now, I did end up keeping the Chantecaille liquid bronzer because I want to use it up. So I'm just going to be putting a few drops of that. And using my fingers to dab that in. Put a little bit on the forehead as well. I don't have any concealer on, so I am going to put a little bit of concealer on because I feel like I need to. Just pulling out my Bear With Me concealer serum by NYX. Just a little drop, like a little touch, like about that much. Now, I'm just going to let that sit for a bit. While I let that sit for a bit, I'm going to just run through a little bit of mascara. I picked this up from Priceline. It's the Natio Precision Tubing Mascara in black. It's got a very thin wand. And it's very natural. Like, you can build it up to be more lengthening and more thickening if you wanted to. It's really for those days where you just want to be really quick out the door and you just want to tint your lashes a nice deep dark black. I just went ahead and blended in the concealer. I'll just put a tiny bit of mascara on the bottom lashes. And for lips, I'm just going to use the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Vanilla Beige. While I'm here, I'm just going to do a little bit of a wing using the Espresso Brown Waterproof Eyeliner by Mecca Max. I'm just doing a little flick just to elongate the eyes a little bit and give a bit of elongation, if you will. Just like that. It's just very, very subtle. Do a little bit on the corner, really, really lightly. So guys, this is the product. I do recommend it. Even if you are oily like me, a little bit of powder over the face will set it really well. But what I love about this product is that it's SPF 30. It's a great shade. It's a one and done. You know, you could use it in place of your foundation, in place of your normal moisturizer. Because this is actually tinted, using it as is, making sure that you get the correct shade is key. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Consider sharing it with someone who you think might get use out of it, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye for now.